Hello. So in other videos I've mentioned I'm trying to, well, basically go to Japan. I want to teach in Japan. I think it'd be kind of neat. It'd be a fun experience for one, but obviously I love the culture and I want to know more about it. And I think teaching would give me, obviously, first-hand grasp into it. Because you'd see the students and everybody growing up with it. Something like that. But anyway, I've mentioned how I'm studying for it, and to clarify, I don't necessarily have a teacher per se. Like, I graduated college, but I'm not studying by any kind of courses in college. I don't have anybody who I'm paying to give me lessons or anything like that. I'm basically self-teaching myself right now. I'm looking for somebody to teach me, but where I live, Japanese is not exactly a popular language. It's more Spanish than anything, which is cool, but I want to learn Japanese. How I first started trying to learn Japanese, I don't have the book on hand. I let somebody borrow it, which hopefully, they'll get into it and we can talk in Japanese back and forth. But we'll see how that turns. But it's a little pink book, and has hiragana and katakana, and it shows you all the 42, 46 hiragana and katakana with different, like, little small words at the bottom, like kami and koko, sora. But then it has some just long words, which I can't think of any right off the top of my head. Restaurant, or which restaurant, that's an American word made in Japanese. But I've been using that book, and that helped me. And from that book, I basically just took every one of the words and the hiragana and katakana and wrote down everything in the book on index cards. So that's how I've been studying. So, like, that is doko, which is where, I believe. Yeah, doko. Ooh. Means where. My horrible handwriting. So, and I'd be shuffling these cards, and there's plenty in here for all sorts of stuff. But that was the first book. The next book I got into is still on the same level, Japanese for Beginners. I haven't done this one much because I'm trying to do too many things at once, basically. Trying to do writing and get rid of all my stacks of unread books and stuff. So I'm trying to rush through everything. For lack of a better word, yeah, rush is what I'm doing. And this is really helpful. I like the way... I'm more of a textbook kind of person, which I didn't realize until I started studying Japanese. During school, like high school, college, middle school, whatever, junior college, I always used notes. I never really used the textbook except for the read chapter 1 in, like, history. But I found that I come to enjoy textbooks. Kind of weird. But I found this book. It's Japanese in 10 minutes a day. And it's not bad. I mean, I use a bookmark and everything. And I haven't really looked at too much of it. But this one, really, the CD that comes with it, helped me learn a lot with the numbers. The last hard textbook I have on me is the first 100 Japanese kanji. And I haven't done anything in this book yet. Just because I just haven't looked at it yet. Because I want to get through hiragana and katakana and actually get into forming sentences and stuff, which I'll get to that in just a second. I don't want to learn too much about kanji before knowing the small steps. I'm trying to do in the school-wise how kids learn it, but then again, I don't know how exactly Japanese kids learn it. Because I wasn't raised in Japan, I don't know. I can research and find out, sort of, but I don't really know. So, I'm waiting to get to this one, but I am going to get to it one day and find out about the readings and everything. Different readings for different kanji. How you get one kanji and it can mean 3 things or something like that. The next one is a CD-ROM that does phrases. But this is helpful. The only problem is finding time for the CDs is kind of difficult for me. Finding time for me on the CDs is difficult because I can't do it in the car. That's the hardest part. I can't sit down and while I'm driving, I can't focus on the words because I'm focusing on the words. I can't do both. It's the same way whenever I have an audiobook. I can't listen to it in the car because I focus on the book and I'm not paying attention on the road. So this is really good because it teaches small things like konnichiwa, watashi wa Amerikajin desu, which just hello and I'm an American. I've only gotten 3 lessons into it, and it's 8. But this one's really helpful because the textbooks are great, but I like having where I can hear how to pronounce things. I've looked at like YouTube videos like Miss Hananake. She has a hiragana song, how to pronounce the sounds. And listening to how she pronounces it has helped me figure out, like, okay, konnichiwa, so desho, desho, something like that. But having a CD and hearing the words, and it's like, pronounce, how do you say good morning, Ohio, or Ohio gozaimasu? I don't know why, but every time I say that, I have to bow. It's weird, and I think I blame anime. That's what I do. I blame anime. I don't know why, I just do. But the CDs are good, and I've managed to, well, it's not hard, but I've pulled the CDs onto my computer and put them on my phone. And that helps a lot more, because I can pull out my phone a lot easier than having to look for a CD player, because sadly CDs are going out the window because everybody goes MP3s, which, that's a thing for another time. Speaking of phones, I use a few apps as well to help me learn Japanese. One of them is well, you can see all the horrible games I play, is a hiragana and katakana little app that
hiragana.
You have autoplay, which I never use. The flashcards show you this is all just hiragana and katakana. There's no words, no nothing, just the syllables, I guess, letters. But I go into quiz, and you have choice. Okay, which one's ah? Well,
Nice.
I'm looking at the screen, and
Nice.
It throws me off trying to look at it from the screen because it's backwards.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
The other app I use or the one that really started me on the apps wise, is the Take Him Learning Japanese. The only thing I have against this one is it's really more textbookish, if that makes sense. I like textbooks, as I said earlier, but this one's too textbooky. It's boring kind of thing. I like having a little fun whenever I learn stuff, and I think that's for anybody who likes learning languages, or in general, who likes just learning. This one's more, this is how you do this. Like the teacher from Ferris Bueller, now this is how you do this. You turn to this page, and you learn hiragana. And it's cool. I mean, it works, but it's just kind of, I have another one on here, another app, which I haven't used much. And it's just a bunch of, like, was it hiragana, katakana, and stuff. But you have different words, eating, drinking, nature comes out. It's like, okay, what is that? That is sora. So it's, as you can read, it says tap to hold to peek, double tap to hide or show, swipe left for yes, swipe no, down for no. And sora is sky, I believe. Sky or flying? I think sky. So double tap. Sky, see? So what was it saying? Yes, swipe left for yes. The next one is hayashi, which I think is chopsticks. Nope, it's a forest. Hayashi is a forest. Okay, so there's your Japanese for the day, hayashi. But I'm trying to become more, use stuff online. And I say online, and the apps are online. But I follow people on YouTube a lot, like Miss Hanake. I follow Miss Hanake on YouTube, and she hasn't posted anything, and she really needs to. I like her videos. But she has a song, as I mentioned earlier, she has a song that goes through the alphabet, Japanese alphabet, of hiragana, and she goes, A is for ame, E is for ika, and it tells you Japanese words, but it tells you how to pronounce the words, or letters, which is really good and really helpful. A few other people who I like getting lessons in Japanese is that guy, once again, give me a flake man, give me a break man, Victor Sensei. He has Japanese lessons on his YouTube channel, and they do help. I like was it the first one or the second one? I think it's the first one because it's greetings, where he goes through different greetings like Ohio, Konnichiwa, but he has a new one which is OSSU, os, and I really like that word. I don't know why, just os, like sup, kind of stuff. But that about covers everything I use for Japanese right now. I'm still looking to get lessons because I'd like to have one-on-ones with people, somebody who can actually speak it. But I have very little money, and the closest person I've found so far is 45 minutes away. And if I took, let's say, 3 lessons a week, 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back, yeah, that's going to kill my gas and what little money I have. I'm sure anybody who speaks Japanese watching any of my videos, they probably know that I'm still stumbling. So please forgive me. Gomen nasai. I'm still working on my Japanese. If you want to help me learn Japanese, just send me a link in the comments and message me. I'm sure I can find an email or something. And we can converse, maybe Skype. See what happens. I don't know. If you got any comments, suggestions for videos, again, I'm up for talking about anything. If you got any questions or comment, leave it down below. If you like the video, thumbs up, please. Show your friends, show your family. Though you may want to warn them that I have a bad mouth every now and then. Yeah. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this. If not, I hope I didn't waste too much of your time. So, until next time, Jane.